Diamonds and rubies in abundance, but lips that speak wisdom is a rare jewel. I am that jewel. Welcome to Rare Jewels YouTube channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I am loading up videos on my new channel. Okay, I've done an introduction video. I've done another video identifying my spiritual awakening. And this video is going to be about the gifts that were developed in me as I am going along this spiritual journey. So I am breaking down videos. I'm doing like a lot of recordings in one day sometime, and I'm just uploading. But the way YouTube algorithm is going, you want to do short videos. So instead of me doing long videos, I'm doing short videos, and I'm trying to break down each topic so that it won't be so long. So let's get into this topic. Some of the gifts that were and are developing in me as I am going along this spiritual ascension journey. So, in my last video, I spoke on um, my spiritual ascension process, me identifying that I'm on a spiritual journey, I'm being called to my higher self. And that really is what the spiritual awakening, our spiritual ascension process, our spiritual journey. It's called a spiritual awakening. Different names, same concept. So you might hear me saying three different things. I'll try to keep it at one thing so it won't get confusing for those of us that are just learning. So during my spiritual awakening, me first having to learn and identify that I am awakening, being called to my higher self. So when that is happening, a lot is changing inside of you. You start to eat different. Your whole life starts to change. So for me, I started to eat different. I started to get in shape. Now, looking at me, I have gained some weight, gained a lot of, well, I won't say a lot of my weight back, but I'm a small girl. My normal weight, I like to keep it at 155, 160. I'm 168 right now, so I'm over overweight a little bit. But when I started going through my spiritual journey, I started hitting the gym big time. So I had lost a lot of weight. I had a lot of muscle definition, tone in my arms. And so me gaining about 10 pounds back, I look, a little cheeky, a little cheeky. But it's okay. It's because of all the rain that we were getting the last, look, I have an excuse. All the rain that we were getting, um, I'm in Southern California, but we were getting so much rain these last few months. It's never rained that much. Okay, so it was like I could have still went to the gym, but it was like you just didn't even want to go outside. It was gloomy, it was dark, it was just like, oh my god, days and days of raining all day. It was beautiful, it was nice, but I love the rain, but it was like, okay, enough already. But anyway, that led me to stay at home and cook wonderful meals and kind of slack off from the gym. I started going like 1 day, 2 days, versus me going Monday through Friday, hitting the gym real hard. So anyway, you know, but during that time also, I got time to watch so many videos that helped me and help train me and teach me a lot of things that I'm going to be speaking here on this channel. So here we are. So some of the gifts that started to develop in me are some of the gifts that I knew I had before my awakening, right? I was always a great discerner. So with my awakening, I became, and I always told my kids, like, I'm borderline psychic. I'm borderline psychic because I can discern, I can read people very well. Well, child, when that awakening happened and still happening, and these gifts and everything that started happening to me, child, yes. Now I'm not psychic like I know some lottery numbers or I know when somebody gonna die, but them psychic abilities is on point. And I want to say more for myself than other people. Let me give an example. So um when I had to leave a lot of my family members alone. I could feel, I went through a whole week of just like grieving before it happened, before the incident started to happen. I went through like just grieving, just crying, and I knew this person is getting ready to turn on me. This person is getting ready to turn on me. I just knew it right down to the T. And then so I walked into situations already knowing that what was about to happen. But I also was hoping that it wouldn't happen. I was hoping that people would kind of prove me wrong. So it still hurts to think about it, because I literally had to have a funeral for some family members. They're not even dead, but I had to have that funeral, and I mean close people to me. So that hurt is still real. It's still there. Um, but so that's some of the gifts that started to develop, and it was just so shocking. So it was kind of like God giving me already preparing my heart. So my psychic abilities and discernment, I guess, is more for what's gonna happen to me. Like, I probably can't tell other people, hey, this is getting ready to happen or whatever, but I can definitely read people. So that's one of the gifts. And then also I started to I would speak out a little bit on Facebook and kind of give an encouraging word. I am an entrepreneur. I sell jewelry. So I go live on Facebook and I'm selling jewelry. So you have to speak, right? You have to, be energetic. I've always had like a great high personality, but I'm also an introvert, and I had to get extroverted when I would sell my jewelry on Facebook Live. Now you see tons of people selling things on Facebook Live, but for us jewelry entrepreneurs, we are like one of the first ones, one of the first MLM companies to start to sell product on Facebook Live. So um, a lot of people got that concept from us and started doing it. But you have to be, if you're one of the ones really making money, like, you have to be like high energy speaking, encouraging people, coming up with all these new ideas to get people to come to your channel. So right, so after my awakening, my personality, I mean, I just began to be the light. Like, I began to just stand out more. My personality was just shining through. So that brought on a lot of hate, a lot of jealousy. That breaks my heart as well, because lost a lot of friends, still losing a lot of friends, and did absolutely nothing. And I mean, these people were my ace, my boo coons, my, so not only losing family, losing friends. I know I'm putting that in the topic of spiritual gifts. That really is not a gift. Well, it is a gift to lose people that don't belong in your life, but it still hurts. So, but the gift part of it, I started to let my light shine. I started to speak out so much. I started to do Thankful Thursday. I started to do a quick word. I still do it on Facebook. And I just started to, hey, quick word. People start loving loving me for that. Some people loved it, some people hated it, whatever. They didn't want to be my friends, but my following started to pick up. And I'm speaking inspirational words to men, to women, to, and people are just becoming inspired, and I'm just giving words of encouragement, and it's just pouring out my spirit, pouring out my heart, just pour. And that's what I would say, like, I'm just, and I would share my life. And some people thought I said life and light at the same time, but that's actually what I started to do. I just started to share my light, and I started to share my life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's so many people that have inboxed me and said, thank you for sharing. Thank you that you show the bad. Thank you that you show the good. I started sharing and talking about my divorce and everything. Then I started having people ask me to come speak, either in their group pages or come speak at their events. I started getting people that wanted me to be an ambassador and just kind of join their team and link up with them to do things, and just letting my light shine. I guess I started getting a little controversial too as I started to share what was going on in my family, even though I wasn't saying names. I needed to vent sometime, and sometime I'll go back and watch those videos and be like, oh, let me delete this one. So now when I do a video, I don't even go back and look at it because I might delete it because I'm like, oh, I was too hard or too harsh. But no, once God has called me to put out the video, I'm not taking it back down. And it's great because when people scroll way down into my videos on Facebook, they can see the growth and see where I've come from. So that was another gift, me just letting my light shine and me speaking the truth. So I do call myself um, a life speaker, but I am a truth speaker. I'm going to speak that truth, okay? And I'm definitely going to speak my truth and share the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that is the truth. And that's what helps people. So my throat chakra got real activated, okay, activated, and I started speaking. So that is a gift that got developed. I also started to understand spiritual concepts. It would just be downloaded. So with me going through this awakening, my children started going through an awakening as well. And actually, two of them went through an awakening before I did. So after maybe a year or two passed after my spiritual awakening, I'm just thinking it's me. When my son began to share different things with me, I'm like, you've been holding on to this information. And then my daughter was sharing things. She actually was starting a business dealing with the chakras, and I come from a Christian background, so we don't deal with none of that. So I would be telling her like, look, we not doing all that. I don't want you to get involved with that. But she was being led and being called. And I remember having a couple of crystals, and I remember like before I could let Christianity go completely. That's my first time saying that out loud on a platform. But it's the truth. I had to let Christianity go and organize religion. So I believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Do I believe in God? Of course. I used to really get upset when people would be like, the universe this, the universe that. And I'd be like, if y'all don't give God his credit, but I do understand God is the God of the universe, the galaxies, the everything. So when people say universe, they really mean God. That's what I mean. So but I had to get out of a lot of those teachings. So I had crystals, and I remember one time like, no, I got to give my life back to God. I don't know what's happening to me. And I threw my crystals away and all that. Later on, I would get more crystals and I understand them better. My son, he was teaching me, hey, we not eating pork no more, no shrimp and all that. And I know a lot of people from the Muslim faith, they agree with that. But a part of the spiritual awakening, those types of food would be the things that would affect my body the most. So I did have to give those up, not because of what Christian faith was saying, but is so that's the thing too. Um, Let me go back. Sometimes I get to speaking too fast, but let me go back. Those things with what my children was teaching me, I know those are some things from Christian faith and Muslim faith, but it really is a spiritual concept. So even though I came from Christianity, there's still things that I practice and I do that are the truth. But there's just a lot of things within the organized religion that I do not agree with. The white Jesus being plastered in church, the pagan holidays that we celebrate that are coming from an evil tradition. So when you repeat those traditions, that's like mimicking the evil that was done, especially Easter and all those things. But this is not to tear you from being a Christian or Muslim or whatever, because a lot of the spiritual concepts do link with Christianity and link with other religions. So For me, I know for sure some of those foods that we are not supposed to eat when you're in the Christian faith or other faiths are the same things that my body did not agree with my spiritual awakening walk. So yeah, the shrimp started making me very sick. Pork, oh my god, when you just learn about pork, you're not going to want to eat it. All those things was being taken away. I still do eat a little red meat, but it stays in your system so long, you know. And then let me tell you, I'm a girl who likes a good margarita. I'm a girl that loves to, I call myself a bartender. When I tell you guys started taking that liquor away slowly but surely, to where I would just get sick. I would just get sick every time. I would, to where it was just like, are so tired and drained that it was just like, I'm not even, this is not a good time for me. I don't like to be sleepy. I don't, I really didn't care about weed or marijuana or anything, so that wasn't a problem for me. But things were just being washed out my system. Even the little bit of weight that I've gained, even though it's only like about 9 pounds, it shows up on me like 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got down to that good slim weight, that's why you notice a lot of people that have gone through or are going through a spiritual journey, they are very fit. The skin is glowing because all these things are changing within your body. And the symptoms of eating red meat and eating things that is really not good for your body will affect you. So you learn that on your spiritual journey. So that was a gift as well, getting fit and being able to come from organized religion and saying, hey, I'm on a spiritual journey walk. I don't want to identify with any religion right now. I want to be free from that, which is another gift. I started to be free and just kind of get into my femininity, my feminism, right? Um, and that's not just accepting whatever, but also my twin flame journey, which is still part of my spiritual journey, right? Would teach me to walk in my feminine, um, because in my marriage for 23 years, I didn't realize I was in my masculine energy, which you do have to have a balance. But I was in my masculine energy because I was the breadwinner. I was the one paying the most. Um, Even if my husband had more money or the same amount of money, I still was taking care of everything. I was taking on everything. When it was time to get the car fixed, I had to do. So I just walked in that masculine energy for so long. It was good to let go and walk in my femininity, but that actually was a gift to me. That self love was a gift. So that's what this video is about. Let me get back on topic. The spiritual gifts that I gained during my spiritual awakening and my continued spiritual awakening journey. What other gifts did I don't have a notebook or anything. I'm just straight from the dome with it. I'm straight from the dome with it. But another gift was the gift of healing, healing with my words, healing with the encouraging speeches that I would give on Facebook. I would call it my quick word. That brought so much healing to people. And I'm just thinking, I'm just like getting some stuff off my chest or just encouraging people. It actually is a gift. I also believe I have healing hands and I have a healing presence. So a lot of people would want to be in my energy, and I had to learn how to give people my energy, but also save some of my energy for myself. So that was a gift that I learned. I have hundreds and hundreds, it may be thousands now, of just so many people saying thank you. Me sharing my journey when I went through the mild heart attack. I mean, I had hundreds of people like just messaging me and talking, and my message be like, I'm not a doctor girl, but make those doctors listen. And just me just sharing me, and people just giving me feedback and just all the beautiful messages that I have. Like, it's like makes me want to just be so thankful. I'm just so thankful that little old me, what I've been through, is blessing somebody. My quick words is blessing somebody. I mean, I have hundreds of messages, and sometime on a thankful Thursday, I give a shout out. Sometime I share some of those messages of just inspiration, and when I'm down, I go look at those messages because they help me. Because even though I'm helping people, there still was a lot of hate, and I'm not used to being hated on, or you know what I mean, or I knew sometime that people were jealous or hey, but I still would try to be their friend and still try to be in there. Now I be like, child, bye. But that's even hard for me to tell somebody bye. And then when they do try to come back into my life, I have to still forgive people, still be a blessing, but I have to watch my energy, which brings me to another gift, the gift of what is the word for it? When you are a light worker and you are a star seed, you take on a lot of people's emotions. Empath is the word that I was looking for. When you are an empath, you feel what people are going through. So you can send a prayer and energy out to that person that will help to heal them. They may not know where it's coming from, but all glory be to God, right? So when you are taking on energy, dark energy, and you are transmuting it into light, giving out that healing to that person, that takes a lot out of your spirit and out of um, your spirit, your energy. So you have to learn how to, and I'm learning now how to keep and save some of that energy for myself. Okay, how to transmute that darkness and transmute it into light. And I started learning about spiritual baths and protecting myself. I love water. I'm telling you, I always love water. I love to swim. I love the beach, everything. I did not know that water was something that was healing me and giving me my energy back. That's something else that I learned on this journey. So, yeah, so all these gifts, and I'm learning more and more of who I am and what I'm here to do. So during this YouTube channel, I'm getting ready to cut the video because I'm at 22 minutes. But during this journey, and God calling me to do the YouTube channel, like I said, my YouTube channel has been up. I didn't really know what I wanted to base it off of. I done a lot of traveling. I thought I was going to be a blogger and share all these wonderful places. Um, but the YouTube channel was up, and then God has just been calling me to get this YouTube channel going. So I'm not saying I'm at the top of my spiritual journey and I have all the answers, but I have a ton of wisdom and knowledge um, about the spiritual journey and the spiritual awakening. And also, like I've said, I identify as a twin flame. I do identify as a high priestess. I am on my throne. I'm here to teach. I'm here to encourage. I am here to learn. And I know when I say high priestess, for those of uh, people that know me and they come and they hear me say I'm not a part of organized religion and I've come out of Christianity and now I'm saying I'm a high priestess, I know that people are like, oh, that's a little witchy. That's a little. No, we have to open up our ears and hear what thus says the Lord. And and it's hard to identify if you haven't gone through a spiritual awakening, then some of the